Few days ago, I made a video about why I feel that I should extricate myself from this Israel-Palestine conflict and disassociate myself and live my life. And I meant it. But today, with the assassination of Yahya Sinwar, I felt so sad and hopeless that I had to speak out. I mean, I can't imagine what the people of Gaza is going through. With almost their entire leadership's gone, anybody they looked up to, everybody assassinated, their entire country completely ruined. Along with death and destruction, starvation, losing their entire families, hardship, famine. The worst part is they now have to deal with hopelessness. There is no hope for them. And if one thing that is the hardest in life is hopelessness. And that's why I feel so strongly and so sad when I see those images of Gaza and the suffering of those people. And I don't know anything about Yahya Sinwar, nothing almost. I mean, whatever little I came to know about him, it felt to me that he was a great man. I mean, he was an amazing guy. The way he grew up, the way he lived, the way he led, the way he died. To me, it seems that that's what leaders are made of. And that brings me to the question about why we Indians are so indifferent about the suffering of so many people, about assassination, killing, death and destruction that is being rained upon helpless people by a superpower, with impunity. Not just in Gaza, but entire Middle East is laid waste, and no one is talking one word against it. Not one politician has spoken out against it. Forget politicians. I haven't seen anybody, no news media, nothing, complete silence. And why is it? We were not like this before. We used to fight for causes around the world for the oppressed people. We fought for Vietnam, we fought for Cuba, we fought for everywhere else. What has changed? So, because the Indian media is so silent about it, I was looking at YouTube and I saw a couple of videos by Shekhar Gupta. I don't like that guy anymore. I feel that he's a clandestine BJP propagandist. So I stay away from his videos. But at least he made 2 videos. Nobody else did. In one video, particularly on the assassination of Yahya Sinwar. I didn't watch the full video, but I was reading the comments in that video, and then I got a kind of glimpse about the mindset of Indian people and why they are so apathetic to the struggle, to the suffering of their fellow human beings in Gaza and Palestine. Now, there are certain obvious viewpoints that can be very easily knocked off. I mean, this argument about because Pakistan is conflating Palestine with Kashmir, of Erdogan is doing, or Mohati is doing, Turkey or Malaysia. I mean, that's nothing, and that's bullshit, right? I mean, you cannot attribute sins of Pakistan on Palestinian people because Kashmir is conflating Palestine with Kashmir. That does not make Palestinian people responsible for that. That is easy to refute. But there are other comments which are more subtle and more strong logic in there. They said, when is the last time Palestinian people spoke out against the atrocities against the Hindus in Bangladesh? Or the plights of the the Pandits in Kashmir, or plights of Hindus anywhere, or support of India in Kashmir. Now, this is hard to refute. I feel very strongly about the Hindus in Bangladesh, and I feel that the entire world let them down, including our so-called savior, BJP, Modi, and everybody else. They are being left to fend themselves by the whole world. And sure enough, definitely Palestinian people didn't support them. Now they're fighting a war of survival. They don't even know about Hindus in Bangladesh. But it is true that Palestine never supported India on Kashmir. Even in the heydays of Indian support of Palestine, when we wholeheartedly supported PLO and Yasser Arafat, and actually broke off relationship with Israel, Palestine did not support India on Kashmir. That's a fact. The question comes, why do we need to support Palestine? They didn't support us. That brings us to our core values, and wherein lies the struggle. This is the struggle for Palestine. Is not about religion. It's not about politics. It's about their homeland. They were colonized people. They are colonized people by the white people. That's simple. They were dispossessed from their land by the white people, and a country was built by replacing them by colonizers. And we, as a people of India, our very core value depends on how we became India. We became India by fighting the colonial oppressors and defeating them. So Nehru, as much as he hated Islamic fundamentalism, as much as he liked the secular humanistic Israeli state, he did not support Israel because he hated the Israel colonialist project. Even when Einstein, who was his good friend, requested him to support Israel. And everybody in India believed in that. We said that we are going to fight colonialism anywhere in the world, and we did. In Africa, in Southeast Asia. So the real question to ask is that, are we going to abandon that very principle that we were founded upon? And also, the argument that we should put forward or rather the basis on which we should support Palestine is not whether they support us on Kashmir or not, but did they support us when we are fighting our colonial oppressors, our colonial occupiers? The answer is an overwhelming yes. The entire Arab world, from Morocco to Persia, to Afghanistan, everybody from the people on the street to their leaders not only supported Indian movement against colonial oppressors, they were overwhelmed and awed by our leaders, by Nehru, by Gandhi, by Netaji, and they wholeheartedly supported our freedom struggle. And they looked up to us that when we achieve our freedom and our independence, that we should impart those values and those struggles to their countries so that they can get rid of their colonial oppressors. And they did. Everywhere else except this one part, one corner of our world is Palestine. That's unfinished business. And we never stopped supporting it. Why did he stop it now? I don't understand. We need to rethink our values. We need to get back to who we are. Because if we stop fighting injustice, then what do we stand for? Let's stand for Palestine. Let's stand for the oppressed people anywhere in the world. Thanks for watching.